Lance Hall here for Let's Discuss with Lance Hall. Happy to welcome Gabriel Keys, lead vocalist for Crashdiet, to the program today. How you doing, Gabriel?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing very good. New album, Rust, comes out tomorrow, Friday the 13th. Frontiers Music.
Yes.
First full-length album with you on it. You got to be looking forward to getting this out to the masses.
Yeah, I'm so stoked about it. I just want to show what we've been cooking for months now.
Yeah. Now, there are two tracks on the album that go back a little bit with you on vocal that you guys released as singles, correct?
Yeah. Reptile and Weird Legion.
Yeah. So we've got kind of a little bit of a teaser, but that's very cool. You got into the band sort of through Facebook, I heard.
Yeah, kind of. They were actually looking, our former manager were looking for a new singer to the band, and they heard he got some asked people, and they told him about me, and I wasn't actually playing in any band at the moment, and so he heard an old single with my old band, and he presented it to he showed it to Martin Sweet in the band, and he liked it, so they asked me if I wanted to try it out for the band.
Yeah, very cool.
But it was a pretty long process.
Yeah, the rest is history.
Yeah, the rest is history.
Did I read correctly? The song you did was Big Guns by Skid Row?
Yeah, actually, I did it on this this karaoke app. It's called Smew. Have you ever heard about it?
I think I've heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah. But just before that, they heard my single, and then he just wanted a new vocal recording on me, and I was like, "What am I gonna do?" Because I don't have anything here that I can record, so I just downloaded this app and I sent it to him just like that.
Very, very cool. So, for this album, with the writing process, was it a total band collaboration, or did you bring in lyrics, other guys bring riffs, or how did that all work?
It was me and Martin Sweet who was co-writing the album with, and also with help from Eric Basilian from the Hooters.
Yeah, how'd you end up working with him?
Huh?
How did you end up working with Eric?
He was we have the same, what do you say, I don't know the English, I need to check it up here. Wait a second.
Okay. He's wrote for everybody, you know? It's got to be very cool.
He's a great guy. Wait a second.
Sure. Looking for the proper translation.
Like the same music publisher.
Okay, gotcha.
Just tell me that.
Sure, yep.
And they had a lot of, they asked a lot of people on that. It's called Cosmos Music, and Eric was one of them who wanted to write with us, because we wanted to co-write a single with somebody. And he found out to work pretty good, so we wrote 2 songs together, We Are the Legion and Stop Weirding Me Out, from the album.
Okay.
And he's been a big support, so it's been great working with him.
Very cool. Yeah, a lot of history.
Yeah.
I want to get into this album a little bit because I've heard an advanced copy, and I got some questions on some songs and some videos, which I thought this whole album, top to bottom, was really, really good. Love the video for Idiots. A lot of history. You guys show a lot of history, with Heavy Metal Parking Lot and Wayne's World and everything. So you must be big fans of all that stuff, obviously, to want to do that. I thought it was a great tribute and a great tune. Was making that video as fun as it looked?
Yeah, it was fucking awesome. It was just fun and games.
Yeah.
And we also did that scene with Chris Holm from the Western Decline on the Western Civilization.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I saw that, I was like, oh my God, you know?
Yeah.
And you shot that with Jimmy Johansson, who you'd also worked with We Are the Legion and Reptile, right?
Yeah.
So
exactly.
you had a good relationship with him.
Yeah.
So is the video making process, I mean, you know, you had fun on Idiots, how on the others, is it just as much fun, or is it sort of something that's just got to be done at times?
Both, you know, we're four guys who have very much fun together.
Mm-hmm.
So it's never hard to record anything. Of course, it's like a whole day. You need to record and you need to prepare, you know, all this stuff. But, you know, it's just funny, you know, we laugh so much together, and so it's just, everything is just fine, you know.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Definitely, yeah. The other tune that you've shot a video for was Rust.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, not Rush. Rust. Let me get that correctly. R-U-S-T. Rust.
Yeah. Rust, yeah.
Kind of. I picked up kind of a Motley Crue kind of vibe in the video and the song. Sort of the video goes back to Shout at the Devil, but yet the song sort of had a Dr. Feelgood kind of vibe to it. Is that what you were looking for, or just?
I don't know. You know, I can of course think that people in the intro to the song sounds a lot like Dr. Feelgood, but the other stuff in the other parts in the song isn't that. It's
got a great chorus. Great chorus.
Yeah. So I think the only thing that sounds like Dr. Feelgood is the intro. But the other parts are just our own. Yeah. But of course, it's our influences, so why not, you know?
Yeah. The next song, and I think you've done a lyric video for this one, was In the Maze.
Yeah.
Note I have here is fabulously melodic. And people like to talk about, you know, Crashdiet being, you know, the sleaze rock and going back to the Motley Crue and the 80s stuff. To me, though, in my mind, and I hear things, you know, a lot differently, I think, than some people. I heard, particularly in your vocal styling, have you ever heard of a group called Theory of a Dead Man?
No, I heard about it, but never heard them.
I thought your vocal and the melody of that song sounded a lot like Theory of a Dead Man, which would bring you guys more up into the 90s, you know, that tune. That's a great song and a great message there. I loved it. Can you tell me a little bit what went into the writing of that one?
I don't know. It was one of the first songs we ever wrote. I was inspired about my old relationship. You know, when it comes to when you're in the struggle and you never find a way out. That's what the song is about.
Nice. I mean, just a great melody. I'm listening to it and I'm like, why is this song not a hit, you know, being played on radio? It's just, you know,
exactly
great.
But you never know, you know, maybe when it comes out to a big audience, maybe get a more, like, greater success, you know.
Mm-hmm. I certainly hope so. I think it deserves it.
I
want to go back to We Are the Legion, which is, you know, one you released back a year or so ago. I got to tell you right now, that scream that you do in the middle of the song, you know, where you hit that long note, to me, that totally matches Coverdale in that note that he hits in Still of the Night.
Thank you, man.
I heard you hit that, and I was like, wow, that's awesome, you know? Vocally, are you, like, self-taught? Have you ever taught lessons?
When we play live, we played a half step up.
Ooh.
From it's recorded in D, and we play in S.
Wow.
So it's higher live.
Have you taken vocal lessons, or are you self-taught? I mean, how does one learn to do that?
Very much of me is self-taught, but, you know, I'm visiting my vocal coach a lot, you know, to keep always improving and developing my voice, to not just stay at the same spot all the time and learn new stuff all the time. That's what I'm trying to do all the time. Just work on my voice so I keep it in shape, and, you know. So I think it's very important today to have to deliver a great live show and sound good live. So I'm working on it every single day, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was watching some of the live shots from some of the videos. I mean, you don't just stand there and sing either. You know, when you guys are out live, you're jumping around, you're doing stuff. Do you do running, some type of calisthenics to keep your wind
There's
up
a lot
and
of cardio
sing?
work up behind that, I can tell you.
Yeah.
I'm a martial artist, so I've been training Muay Thai boxing for like 4 years or so.
Okay.
I think it's 5.
Yeah.
So that's what keeps me in shape, and also I do a lot of running when I have time.
Mm-hmm.
So I just always it's the voice and all the stuff, the performance, like you said. I don't want to stand still. I want to deliver a energetic like live show.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it's very boring to watch people just standing there and sing their songs.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very inspired by singers like Axl Rose and Sebastian Bach and, you know,
right,
all this stuff.
Get out and do it.
So I put down a lot of work to make it work.
Yeah, definitely. You can't just jump up there and do that and still keep your wind and sing and everything.
Exactly.
Waiting for Your Love, I thought was brilliant. I love the way the keys came out on that song. It almost sounds like rain. You know, you hear a sound that seems like, you know, that's all I could think of was like raindrops coming down and everything. I thought that tune was really brilliant. A little bit slower just to give you a little bit of a breather.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I gave you my last song test. I always listen to the last song in the album really intently because I want to see if the band is trying as hard on the last song as they are on the first song. Filth and Flowers. I loved it. You passed. I noticed, though, it was almost like there's a little bit of darkness to that song. Some melancholiness. There's a darkness. Was that intentional?
I don't know, actually.
I mean, it was a little different. I guess what I'm saying is it was a little different vibe than some of the other tunes.
I think we tried to make this album a little bit heavier than the other ones. Mm-hmm. So I think it was just like another heavy song, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't know what we were thinking. I don't think we were thinking. We were just writing and doing our stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
I asked this question a lot because, like, I talked about Waiting for Your Love being a little bit slower, and then after that one, you jump right into Reptile, which is like riffalicious. So you're coming out of sort of a slower pace song into this heavy riff and stuff. Did you pay attention to sequencing on the album? Was that important to everybody?
How do you mean, like?
How the songs flowed on the album?
Yeah. I wasn't a part of that. I think it was Martin who was choosing, like, which
song would follow which.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, but I think it was a good. He put the songs in good places.
Yeah.
Actually. Yeah.
Definitely. I looked down through some of your bio stuff on the website. Talk about that, www.crashdiet.org.
Yeah.
You guys have some great info on that. I loved your top 5 albums. You went everywhere from Wasp, Crimson Idol, to Bryan Adams' Reckless.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Ton of influences there. You know, you go from the Blackie Lawless, you know, Mr. Darkness, to Bryan Adams, you know. I think it's great.
I love Bryan Adams.
Yeah. I actually saw him on that tour, and it was a great show. So
yeah, I can imagine that.
Yeah.
I missed him when I was when he was playing in. I missed the show when he was playing in Stockholm because we were out playing with Crashdiet. So that's a boomer.
If you ever get the chance, go see him. He's awesome.
Yeah, I will certainly.
Going forward, you talked about doing shows with Crashdiet. What do you guys have lined up tour-wise?
We have a tour next month. Start October. From the 2nd October until the 12th or something.
Okay.
12th.
Cool. If you could go out on a dream tour with somebody and do like a world tour, who would be your ultimate band you would like to go out with?
I don't know. I think now when Guns are back, it would be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah,
maybe, I don't know, something different. You know, maybe Avenged Sevenfold or Guns N' Roses. I don't know, Metallica maybe.
Yeah.
Ghost will be cool.
Yeah, definitely. Cool.
Yeah.
I always like to end my interviews with some fun, silly questions and everything. I'm hoping these are questions you've never been asked before. Does that sound cool?
Yeah, sure.
What was your favorite toy growing up as a child?
Oh, I need to think now. My favorite toy. Fuck, that's a hard question. I had a toy gun.
Okay.
It was sounding very cool.
Excellent.
I think that was one of my favorite toys.
All right. Here's the one that should be slightly easier. Fastest speed you've ever driven in a car.
300.
Okay.
I think kilometers per hour.
Yeah. All right. Would you rather be stranded on a deserted desert island alone or with someone who never stopped talking?
With someone who never stopped talking.
All right. Your current cell phone ringtone.
My current, it's just something from just original iPhone song.
Okay. Late at night and you're hungry, what do you grab for a midnight snack?
Sandwich.
Okay. All right, last one, and this is the one we have the most fun with, and I've been asking this one for a while, long before these biopics started coming out. If they were to make a movie of your life, what actor would you have play you in the movie? And it's your movie, your life. You can pick anybody.
Let's see. I would say. Fuck, that's hard. I love it. I can say Tom Hardy, but he's not like maybe just like me. But that's one of my favorite actors.
Yeah. All right, cool. Gabriel, say you've got a young person comes up to you and their dream is to one day front a rock band.
Yeah.
What would you tell them makes a good frontman for a band? What qualities do you have to be to be a great frontman for a band?
Of course, you have to sing good, but the singing is not. As long as you have like a voice, I think that's good enough. I think you have to also have the like charisma or like the energy, the energetic like on stage. And that's a pretty hard question. So many.
And obviously, you've got to be able to connect with your audience, right?
Yeah, exactly. Connect with the audience. Work on that. I think that's like the biggest thing is to work on connect with the audience. If I would relate to one frontman, that would be Joker Berg from Hardcore. He's great on that, on all that. Being a great frontman, connecting with the audience, who's working on it so hard.
Yeah.
He's a guy to look up if you want to show. That's real frontman material.
Okay, excellent. I'll check that out, and everybody else as well. Talking with Gabriel Keys, lead vocalist for Crashdiet, their new album Rust, coming out tomorrow, Friday, September 13th on Frontiers Music. Excellent stuff. Check out the videos on YouTube. Go to their website, www.crashdiet.org, and check out the band there. Really good stuff. Great album, Gabriel. Be proud. This is excellent stuff.
Thank you so much.
And look forward to maybe seeing you over here in the States sometime.
Yeah, I hope so. We're working on it.
All right. Take care, Gabriel.
Take care, man. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right.